So from last week, we heard about the Christian McCaffrey trade. The whole organization and fans, they were all hyped up about it. Me myself, I wasn't. I'm not really like a huge fan, but when I was looking at the trade, I was like, "Damn, is this gonna like hurt us in the long run?" Because we'll have him for the next 2 years, right?
Right.
But you're looking at this offensive line, and there's two holes. Now, you would not be thinking the tackles would be the problem, but yet they're somehow the problem. I'm looking at Jake Brendel. He's playing. I'm not going to say the word, but he's playing bad. I'm looking at Mike McGlinchey. I'm like, this guy needs to get benched. He's
Agree.
playing god awful.
And then
And
Trent
I'm
Williams is
looking.
hurt all the time.
Well, you see, I can't talk about Trent Williams because if he's playing on an injury, it's not fair to be
It's not
critical of him.
fair. It's not fair.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, he's getting up there in age. The injuries are piling up. You don't know how solid you are at left tackle for the future. Is all I'm saying.
So then, why do you sign him to a long-term contract if you're expecting? Because let's be honest,
Because
this
the Niners
organization
never acknowledge injuries ever. I mean, frankly,
you never know.
with their history of injuries, they shouldn't be giving out any big contracts. Because if they were honest with themselves, they would know, hey, we can't keep our players healthy. It's
Guess who we just
we
signed?
can't.
An
Like
injury-prone running back.
yeah, and then they're gonna give all this money to Nick Bosa. It's like, dude, he's hurt right now, and you can't keep your players healthy. So it's not necessarily all his fault. It's your fault. But they're gonna give him the contract. He's not gonna live up to it because of them, and they'll be like, oh man, that's football.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's horrible. So I'm going to
yeah.
ask you this question right now. With the draft picks that we gave up for CMC, now we're horrible drafting usually 2 to 3 in the draft days, but we're great through the fifth rounds. But for the second and third round pick, I was looking at offensive linemen. I was like, maybe if we draft these linemen, they can produce. Because Aaron Banks, no one's
So
talking
far,
about
so
Aaron
good.
Banks right now.
So far, so good.
Looking so
Second
far
round
so
pick.
good, right?
So far, so good.
Same with
Yep.
Spencer Burford. He's playing all right. He's playing
Playing
iffy,
all
but
right.
just give him
Yeah.
more time and he'll start adjusting, right? It's like Lakin Thomason. And I didn't like his play at the beginning. I was like, he should be getting benched. But then look at him now. He's playing well for the Jets.
But hold on. What I want to say with the point you're making is that if the Niners want to get a new right tackle, if they want to get a new center, those are typically positions you draft in round 2, round 3, round 1.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But no, you can't do that. You don't have those
You don't
picks
have
next
those
year.
picks anymore.
You don't have
Yeah.
a top 100 pick next year. So you want to get a right tackle? Okay, you got to go to free agency. Oh, but you don't have cap space either.
No money. Where's the money going to come from?
You don't have any
You
cap
gotta
space
pay
either
Nick
because
Bosa.
you got to right. You've already got all this stuff earmarked for all these players. Yeah, man, it's a little bad. Again, Jed, are you watching? This is
I
not
don't
working.
feel like Jed cares.
It's
I feel
not
like
working.
Jed's going to lose a player by this.
Yeah,
And
I don't think he cares either. As long as they
my
get in the
last
playoffs, he'll have his excuses. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at playoffs. Playoffs shouldn't be the. This season so far, I consider it a dumpster fire. Even if they make it to the playoffs, what are they going to gain from it? They have the Super Bowl window with this talent. And the most frustrating thing is this year was supposed to be Trey's development year, right? Because no one expected him to be a Super Bowl quarterback like right now. So that's why he should be playing. And if he's 3-5 now, we can be talking about how he can get better. Instead, we got Jimmy Garoppolo doing the same shit he'd be doing every other week, and we're like, can we really blame him? It's Kyle's fault. It's both of their faults. They're both dysfunctional messes that need to be out of this organization.
No, but
do
it's
not
dysfunctional because Jed always creates a dysfunctional environment.
But
Jed.
why? Why? You have a Super Bowl window now. You should be wanting to win now. Trading for a running back doesn't
Because you can't
create
trust
that-
Jed. You can't trust Jed.
You cannot trust him for
You
anything.
can't trust Jed. Like you don't know where he stands. And that's why people are constantly kissing up to him because they feel like as long as we just say nice things about Jed, he won't do to us what he did to Harbaugh.
So I was getting a little.
Harbaugh delivered him credibility and a stadium. They
But
never would
Harbaugh
have.
benched Alex Smith when he wasn't playing well for Colin Kaepernick, and they nearly went on a run to win a championship.
They never would have
My
got
point
the financing for a new stadium if it wasn't for Harbaugh bringing credibility and victories to the 49ers, and he ran them off like, oh, man, Harbaugh's taking all the credit. He deserves all the credit. What did you
He
do
deserved
ever?
it, yeah.
Yes. And you
Okay,
can take
but, like-
credit. You can take the credit of hiring him.
Yeah. Okay. My final point is this. I see it all the time looking at Johnny Dell's Football Academy film review. I see all these goddamn teams running cover one, soft coverage, letting them beat them deep. It's going to bully us all over again. But the hope was with Trey Lance is that he can bully teams by doing this, right? I'm sorry, Grant. Debo's route running, I don't trust him running deep. Danny Gray, he's a mess right now. He's
He's
not
a
even
terrible route
starting
runner.
right now.
Right.
And now I'm looking at Brandon Ayuk, and I'm like, you are most likely the best route runner on this team, and you're going to get injured soon, the way you're getting thrown at. Because Debo,
Yeah.
when he gets the ball, physical. But with Trey Lance, he can throw it down the field. My problem is this year, you're not getting anywhere down the field. And when they do, it's a turnover waiting to happen. So my point, next year, do you see the Niners doing better with Trey Lance, or do you see it being another dysfunctional mess with the offensive line and the whole organization?
I hate to be I hate to be, a downer, but they're not. As long as Jed, Kyle, it's the same structure, it's going to be the same issues, man. It's going to be the same issues. They got to change something big here.
Right.
I'm sorry. Let's see what happens, though. They might trade for Tom Brady in a few days. I got to take more calls, man.
Thank you so much for the time, Grant. Thanks.
For sure.